Good afternoon, everybody. Well, it's almost noon here. Lake Holy Shit's melted away finally. I got some yard work to do this spring, that's for sure. Just wanted to touch base with y'all. As you may have noticed, I changed the name back to just the kennel. I'm going to try to do my best to keep all my little worlds separate. I noticed a couple people left, so thought maybe they were losing interest in all the different crap that I'm doing, which is pretty crazy, but hey, gotta live and learn a little, right? But come out here to clean up the yard a little bit here midday, check all the dogs out, make sure everybody's doing all right. But like I was saying, there's a little shit to get from her. Oh, babies. I was saying I'm going to keep the world separate. I was talking to the kids yesterday about it. I said, hey, what do you think about the channel? Do you think I got too much stuff going on there? And Tegan said, yeah, try just keep it about the dogs. So that's what we're going to do on this one. I might make a new page for the garden, and I'll put that in a link in here if I do. If anybody shows interest in, still wanting to watch that and help me with that. But otherwise, I'm just going to keep the skateboarding on that channel that I've got for that. I kind of thought I was on it yesterday or the other day when I was recording there, and actually they were on here, so I removed them and put them over there on my other channel, which is made just basically for skateboarding. So if anybody's interested in that, I'll also put a link to that in here. You can go watch that channel too. But like I said, I'm going to keep things separate, and the garden one will be like one of those ones where it's restricted for age and stuff, so we don't have any issues with anything like that. But anyhow, just kind of coming in here and checking it out. I came in yesterday and redid all the bedding again. Everything's smelling really nice and fresh in here. Always try to keep your stables, your kennels, your whatever the hell you're keeping them in clean as best you can. Look at little Illy's, or that's actually Gizzy's little nest back there. As you can see, I've been having to add little cobbled together shit to keep him from digging back there, because he's a little shithead. As you can see, I got to do some reinforcements on this middle one here. That's where the younger ones that like to chew shit usually go. There's little Illy's little nest. You can't even really see it because it's kind of dark in there, but anyhow, I know a lot of my shit's dusty and a little bit rusty, but I enjoy it and I have pride in it. Like I said, I got a lot of stuff I've shown you guys before, all my memorabilia type stuff that I keep out here, which I enjoy. All the ribbons that the boy and me have gotten from the shows over the years. A lot's changed in life since then, and a lot's changed in the registries also. There's a lot of craziness going on in the dog world, as everybody knows, regardless of what kind of breed you keep. But it's kind of cool how they do it. Sometimes they'll put, look at all that dust. Sometimes they'll put spots on the back of there where you can actually get them signed. And Tyler, he used to always go out and get them signed sometimes if we had time. But he's got some good ribbons here from some good folks. Man, I really need to get out here and clean the dust off this shit. But like I said, I live a little rusty and a little dusty. That just actually has the date written on there. Didn't get it signed. He must have been slacking a little bit on some of them. Let's look at some of the firsts. Maybe he got those ones signed here. There's one from Mary Colifer. Great gal. A few years back, she was making quilts and stuff for the shows and raffling those off. It's pretty cool. I'd like to have had one of them. There's a blank one. Nothing on that one. That must have been one of the ones I got. There's one. Sam Villani, if that's how you pronounce it. He's a good judge. A lot of these guys, when you go to the shows, they'll give a little speech about their history with the dogs, and it's real interesting to go and listen to. Hopefully they're still doing that. You learn a lot about the bloodlines and the people there. Elaine Dodge, it's another female. She's a really good judge. She's got a lot of history with the breed, and she's put her time in, and her dedication shows. There's another blank one. But it's cool to go to the shows, man. I really did enjoy that. Like I said, lots kind of changed with the show world within the last 5 years or so. I was back in 2014 when I was going. There's one from Gary Hammond. I think that's either from, it doesn't have the class or nothing. I don't know which dog it's even for. But I remember going up and talking to old Gary and asking him, some stuff after the show. They kind of sit around there, and you can get the stuff signed and whatever else not. Talk to him a little bit, and I can't really read that one. Might be Frank. I don't know. I'll have to look at the cup in there and look and see if it looks like that or not, because she did get one and got a cup from him. Another one from Elaine Dodge. Some of these shows, they go out and basically have 2 or 3 shows in that weekend. I'm going to have to hop my little ass up here on this thing that I built to get the rest of these blue ones here and look at real quick for you. That's the one I just had. Man, look at all this dust. I need to come out here and get that stuff off here. But it's hard in the wintertime. You're bringing in straw that's, dusty from the outside. And then, like I said, you're always cleaning it up. So it's almost impossible to keep the dust down. There's another one from Sam. Another one from Gary Hammond. So at least at one day, Broody and Desi's lives, they look pretty decent. That one there is black. I don't know, I never seen that. Somebody had that put on there by a company, but anyhow, that one's a blank one too. Didn't have anything on it. Let's see about this last one back here in the corner. If I can even get him. Another Gary Hammond. So, old Gary, like I was saying, I asked him when I talked to him there. He said, "Well, some days you get the chicken, the other days you get the feather for your hat." So that's how that goes for you. Look at some of these red ones real quick here and see if they got anything written on them. Good chance to kind of knock some dust off. There's another one from Gary. I'm not sure if he's making it to many of the shows anymore as a judge, but he was a good judge. It's always interesting to get his perspective on things. He took a lot of time to talk to folks about, things that are going on in the dog world, and I always found it interesting. It's controversial. A lot of folks will say one thing or another about everybody in the dogs. That's kind of how that goes. But Coltrane, he got one there. That's one of Cole's ribbons. September, I had nothing on that one either. So we didn't spend too much time going and actually getting stuff signed, but man, it was kind of cool to get there and do that. Talk to those people. But there's some of the ribbons that were earned by Brutus and Desi out there in the confirmation shows. And there's there's Desi's champion certificate, so she got hers. Brutus's is somewhere in here, I think. There's Brudy's. And there's the one she got from. Yeah, that was Frank's in there, because look, the signature's the same, and that's who gave her that. So, anyhow, pretty cool. Just a little bit of history. Somebody made a comment the other day about that, and they wanted to know more of that history. Well, it looked like it was damn near 5 years ago when I was going to the shows and stuff, and been just kind of living life, in the meantime, doing the best I can. Been going through a lot of shit, working a lot of different crazy jobs, and being a lot of crazy different places, but settling back down here now, trying to focus on me, number one, and get that fixed. And obviously you can see here I try to do my best with everything. A lot of history with the dogs, and my kids, all their pictures and stuff and art projects that they made over the years are in here. And I got a lot of pride in my kids. Look at that little guy. That's little Tyler right there, back when I first met him. Now he's driving. Corbin, look at that little dude. And Tegan. Boys are getting big. But, like I said, I'm going to try to keep the channel about the dogs as most I can. I know a lot of people really came here just because of the dogs, so hopefully that'll make things a little bit better. I'll try to keep things separate and do my best to, check in here once in a while, and need to spend a little bit less time on the old YouTube. I know that for sure, but sometimes when you're sitting around, you ain't got nothing to do. That's kind of an out for you. Anyhow, checking in with you guys. Man, my phone got dusty in there. And the dogs are all doing good. I need to come out here and scoop some shit real quick. But hopefully everybody's having a good start to their week. Been a couple crappy days here at the first end of the week for me, but hopefully we'll get something in a little later. Do the best you can. Run your dogs, not your mouth. And don't let anybody tell you anything about yourself, because half that shit them people talk ain't even true. And stay true to yourself, number one. And do the best you can. And criticism always is welcome and can be constructive. If delivered properly, it's good. Some people have, piss poor delivery on things, and I may be one of them. Hell, I don't know. But like I said, I appreciate the people that do watch and support me and help. And I'll try to get the links up there in the description box for anybody that wants to follow the skateboarding or the garden, and try to do my best to keep those separate. And hopefully everybody agrees that that's probably a good thing. I don't know. Everybody's different, has different views on things, but I'm just trying to keep it kid-friendly here, because that's obviously got my kids in here and doing stuff and thinking about things now, and maybe I should have just done stuff a little bit different, but it's never too late to change. That's all I can say. I know that, and working on that. 2020 vision. Trying to worry about me and do me, get myself back in order, get things going again, and things are going great. I'm excited with everything that's going on, and need to try to spend a little bit more time with family. Need to get out there and see my brother. Need to do, a lot of stuff, but I gotta get my my license back first, so I can actually get out there and have fun and do all the stuff everybody else is doing. So that's what we're worried about. Be busy worried about that. I'll check in with you guys when I can, and hopefully everybody has a good, safe week and a good, safe weekend, and maybe we'll check in with you then. Talk to you later.